Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the first episode of Eggcast. I've kind of reshooted this intro and podcast a few times now. I'm not exactly sure I'm okay with the final product. This may not even become the final product, so just saying now and to showcase for you all that I am trying my hardest to make this the best quality podcast that I can. I don't want to make it too long, I don't want to make it too short. Just about like 20 minutes is a good enough length for me and hopefully for you guys. So what I wanted to talk about today is the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. So I actually just went to go see Detective Pikachu in theaters this Saturday, by Saturday I mean, by Saturday I mean that I went to go see it on May 11th, I think. Because today is Monday, so it's May 11th. So I went to go see Detective Pikachu on May 11th with Desert Thorn. It was a really good movie, like for Nintendo's first big movie, not counting the Mario movie. It was a really solid introduction to the Nintendo cinematic universe, and I was genuinely impressed. Now, with that being said, we lead into the subject of the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. The Sonic the Hedgehog movie is a big iffy with me, because on one hand, I love it. I love the trailer. I love Jim Carrey as Dr. Eggman. It is a genius choice of a person to play this role of this crazy, psychotic, doctor person. It looks great. Now, the CGI itself doesn't look bad. It actually looks really decent. The problem is Sonic himself. My biggest gripe that I have with this film so far is Sonic himself. Now, I know they're talking about redesigning Sonic the Hedgehog and all this other bullcrap. I don't care, alright? Listen, you should have got it done the first time right. And you should have listened to the negative feedback that was coming from the leaked poster and all the posters before, the actual trailer would release. I get that they're redoing it now, and I'm proud of them. Like, it takes a lot of courage to say, we understand your feedback, and we're going to work harder to improve that, and it's going to take a lot of work. I appreciate them for that, but the reaction is way too delayed and way too late with how it came about. Like, if you're gonna do it way earlier on. This is way too late into production. Whether the movie is getting pushed back or delayed, honestly, I'm fine with that as long as the film itself is good, I see no problem as long as the film itself is good and Sonic, you just make Sonic good. Now, the whole reason I bring this up and the reason why this movie genuinely makes me upset is just due to the fact that Sonic the Hedgehog, as a character, franchise, series, whatever you want to say, he deserves so much better. And I'm going to say this very biased opinion, and you guys can say whatever you want. I've thought about it long and hard. I would say that Sonic is the better series than Mario, compared to Mario. I love Mario, like you guys don't understand. I have a huge love and appreciation for Mario, Shigeru Miyamoto, like, huge. Sonic the Hedgehog was not one of those games I would play growing up. Sonic the Hedgehog is a series that I kind of hated for a long time when I was younger, up until 2017 when Sonic Mania released. I got back into Sonic, and I kind of dropped the game. Then I got my Switch, and I bought it for Switch, and I played the living crap out of Sonic Mania, and Sonic Mania is now one of my favorite Sonic games of all time. And I've also gotten into playing other Sonic games, even bad ones, just because I love the character. I love the side characters. I love the stories of the games, even though they're kind of bare bones. I love the music to death. I love all the passionate people behind the projects, even if sometimes it does become a disaster. You can tell there was still some effort going into it. Sonic 06, for example, did have effort, but not as much as others. But overall, so I've dabbled my toes into a lot of Sonic Mania since 2017, and furthermore, I have played Sonic Mania. I have not finished all the way with Sonic Unleashed, but I do remember starting that when I was about 9, I'd say, and 11. I remember dipping my toes into Sonic Unleashed when I was about 11, and I played a little bit more of it now, and I actually can say that it still holds up really well. Even the Werehog sections, but I played Unleashed. I just got colors with the instruction booklet included, so I've got to play that soon. I played through all of Generations. Generations was amazing. Playing through Adventure 1 right now. That's a topic for another day. I like it, but we're not going to get into that right now. Adventure 2, I'm going to get into that soon. Sonic 1 is a whole another topic I need to get into, and how my opinion for that game is. Sonic 2 is good. 3, I don't know, because I put it on the freaking DS from Desert Thorn, and she let me borrow it, and it's a very shady port, let's just say that. There's a lot of bugs. I need to play the emulator version of it or something. But that's not the point. The point is that the franchise and these characters are filled with so much care and passion, and I love it. Like, I love seeing this franchise just get bigger and bigger with the inclusion of Ray and Mighty, Ray the Flying Squirrel and Mighty the Armadillo and Sonic Mania. It was cool to see these classic characters come back in this new modern setting of, even if it is a reiteration of the previous 3 first games, or the previous trilogy. But I love it, and seeing the Sonic movie take a very bland and boring approach is just genuinely, it's heart-wrenching. It's gross. It's just something I wouldn't want to consider when making a Sonic movie. Even the original creators of Sonic themselves have said, thank you guys so much for all the comments going towards the directors of the film to please change it, and now that they're changing it, they're thanking and praising us as fans, as the community for Sonic. That's great to hear, but at the same time, we shouldn't be doing that. It just shouldn't have been like that to begin with. That's the whole thing. It's just, if Sonic had been looking good from the start, we wouldn't have had this debacle, and none of this would have ever happened. My problem is, I think it's just the way they gave the rights over to Paramount, and I think they switched over from, was it Warner Brothers? Was it Warner Brothers or Sony? They switched over and they trashed the movie completely, and then they moved over to Paramount. But Paramount, I just have a feeling, I can't confirm this, but I've been saying it to a lot of people. I feel like they just handed off the rights for Sonic without having anyone supervise or look over the film itself or the source material to see if it's accurate, and then they just said, hey, here's this property, we want you to make a big budget film out of it and see what you can do. Like, I feel like that's all they're doing. Like, where's Crush 40? Crush 40 is not making the soundtrack for this film. Where are they? They're a historic part of Sonic's history. Where are they at? That would be monumental for this film. I mean, come on. I stayed for the after credits of Detective Pikachu, and they had Lil Uzi, and I didn't even know who Lil Uzi was for the most part until I just looked him up today. Made a song called Electricity for Detective Pikachu, and I actually sat there with Desert Horn, listened to the song. It was a genuinely good song, and I don't even know this rapper, singer, whatever. I'm sorry. It's probably really disrespectful, but I don't even know who he is, and genuinely, it was a good song. And then we get Gangster's Paradise for Sonic. Now, I'm going to go into this. Gangster's Paradise as a soundtrack choice is not bad. For this film's trailer to have Gangster's Paradise, I actually thought it was really, really fitting. I thought it was fitting in the way they incorporated it into the trailer itself. Was a really nice touch. Now, people are saying, couldn't they have just added the Sonic 1 soundtrack and called it a day? That just would not, like, for me, I don't think that would have worked. Can we get T-Lopes on the soundtrack of this film? Because I think that's what we really need at this point. Honestly, get Telopes, get Tyson Hess, you know, let him do the designs. Get Crush 40, you know, get the original Sonic designers, get the classic Sonic. Don't do this modern Sonic, unless you have it genuinely faithful to the original modern Sonic. Then do that. Sorry about that. I'm not gonna cut that out. But yeah, I feel like Sonic deserves so much better as a franchise as a whole, and it's just well evolved into like one big meme, and that's not something it should be. You know, Mario has tons of memes. I mean, look at Wario, Waluigi, and Luigi, sort of. Yet they're all huge memes, and all of them get respect. Sonic does get respect, but not nearly as much as Mario and them. For a brief period when Sonic Mania was out, everyone was fine, and then Sonic Forces came out. Then it hit the fan again. It's just like brief moments like that I wish could last forever for this franchise. It makes me upset. So to see something like this end up as a garbage fire, or whatever you want to call it. I'm sorry, I don't know the metaphor. And see all these reaction channels and people discussing this movie, and all I see is negative all over the place. Nobody's looking into the positive side, you know. And I'm not taking this film seriously. And the argument of, well, it's for kids, well, I'm a kid. I'm only 16. I'm not even an adult yet. I can enjoy this type of media still. But I don't even have to, you know, not enjoy it when I'm an adult. I can still enjoy it because it's something from my childhood that I genuinely care about. The fact is that I think he deserves better. That's what the whole point of this podcast and discussion is. I just think that Sonic as a character overall deserves much better. The fact that he's in Smash Brothers and he has a genuinely good moveset is good to know Sakurai cares, at least. But yeah, I don't know. Dr. Eggman as a character, Jim Carrey playing Dr. Eggman, or Robotnik, whatever you want to say, since he's evolved into both names nowadays. Jim Carrey just perfect. Like I said earlier, just perfect role. But talking about the plot now, because I want to move on to the plot a bit. What is this? What is the plot of this film exactly? Because the plot that we're getting is that it's a buddy cop story with Sonic and I don't know the actor's name. I know he played in Hop. There's this meme image going around where it's Hop, the movie Hop, and Sonic compared because he keeps driving anthropomorphic animals and cars everywhere. I don't understand. It is a very, like, is this guy perfect for this role? Does he just accompany every anthropomorphic character that gets brought into this world? I mean, honestly, I wholeheartedly agree because he's quite fitting. But like I was saying, the plot is the buddy cop story. Like I was saying, so apparently Sonic's blast causes a huge energy surge in the whole North Coast or something, and I don't remember. And then the military calls in because they're trying to figure out what it is, but then they send in Dr. Eggman since he's the only one who knows what to do in this situation. Then they go after him, and it devolves into Sonic looking for a giant ring. No. I thought about this long hard because when I first saw the trailer for the first week, I thought, man, that is so stupid how they're using a giant ring to teleport places. You know, like, because in the games, they have giant rings. I know this. But you can't specifically choose a location. It's just random. So the fact that Sonic whipped out the ring on the side of that building and then just teleported them to a place very specifically is weird. But at the same time, I could be entirely wrong, and it could go either way, because I can't tell if he specifically chose that place or didn't, because I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's just a weird turn of events with how the scene played out in the trailer. I don't know. It could be either way. So, yeah. I don't know. But, most people complain about it. I think the plot so far seems very bare bones and just very basic. But overall, I like the concept of taking the core mechanics of the giant rings from Sonic 1, 3 Mania, and I guess you could say no, that's kind of it. I think so. But you could say, like, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying it's cool how they tied it in and incorporated it with the mechanic of the teleportation, and then tried to legitimately use it as a means of traveling for Sonic, as you know, in the film itself. It's a cool concept, but the way it's playing out so far just seems a little far-fetched to me. I would need to see another trailer and this redesign as well in order to get the full gist of what's going on. So hopefully in this next trailer they actually go down and break it down some more. Now there's one last thing I wanted to talk about. The oh boy. Oh man, I don't even know what to say. I hate recording this podcast. It's not like it's a bad thing, it's just like I get so nervous. There is a specific YouTuber that I'll link in the description below, and the song itself, and his channel. He has like 200 subs. He deserves way more, guys, like way more. He made a song based on the Sonic movie, and I gave it a listen. It's really good. It's like really good. It was a lot better than I thought it would be, and I've showed it to most people, and they're like, yeah, man, that's really good. You're like, who the heck's making that? I'm like, I don't even know. And I showed them their name, and they're like subscribing to them, to him. But huge shout out to I'll put your name on the screen. I'm really sorry. Even though this is a podcast and you're not supposed to be looking at the screen, I'll put it on in case you're actually watching the screen in this footage. Then go ahead, give it a listen. It's a really good song. There's a petition going around for a while that it should be added to the credits of the Sonic movie. Please get it in. Please get it in. Or if not, get Crush 40 to do a song. Come on, guys. Come on. But yeah, that's kind of all I have to say about this this trailer, this movie. I mean, besides that, all I can really say is that the comedy in the trailer was hit or miss. There was a few good jokes that had me dying laughing, and then there were some, or not even really dying laughing, they just had me get a good chuckle, or I think one of them got, two of them got me a hard laugh. But yeah, it looks fine. Just God have mercy on our souls if this redesign is not good. Don't end up like that. No, please. Oh wait, there is one more thing that I want to say. So, at the beginning of the trailer, we see Dr. Eggman in his classic, well, not even classic outfit, I should say, the black cloak. What did I say? You know, the black cloak that Jim Carrey's wearing when he comes out of the vehicle. Well, the reason why I'm bringing that up is because I'm so tired, y'all. I'm so tired. The reason why I bring that up is because at the very end of the trailer, after it announces the release date for the film, they show a shot of Jim Carrey in the classic Dr. Eggman outfit with him being bald. He's got the orange mustache and the goggles. So, it like, I've heard people talk about this and discuss this, and here's my theory on it, just personally. I feel like throughout the film, Dr. Eggman's gonna get really fed up with how Sonic always escapes his evil plans. So throughout the film, he's gonna deteriorate into, well, maybe possibly the real Robotnik, you know, the one we all know and love. I feel like throughout the film, he's gonna go more and more insane, which honestly sounds like a cool concept. But, you know, we'll see how it plays out. Jim Carrey, do your best. Please don't let that meme be true, okay? Don't let that meme right there, don't let that be true. And with that, I think it's time to end, well, officially end, the first episode of Eggcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. I wanted to try something a little new on the channel just because I know I haven't been trying anything new or experimenting with anything new as of late. And I've been meaning to do something new So now I've been posting a lot of content with me and Desert Thorn, which, you know, more is coming in the future, but I'm going to tone it down a bit. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry for spamming you with content with me and her. I'm going to get more videos out. I'm going to get that review video out, and we're going to get that channel watcher out, and also that review with AGamer, alright? So, yeah. Oh, and one more thing before I go. If the audio sounds a little funky for this video specifically, I'm going to switch back to my regular recording room, probably by the next recording or by the time the review's out. I don't think I'm going to do another podcast until everything else is done. So, yeah. This video is going to be coming out soon. Let me know if you guys want to suggest the next topic for the podcast or anything, or I don't know. If you do suggest something, I'll put it into consideration, but I might just choose something myself. But it's always nice to get feedback and give it, I guess. Or no, I'm not giving the feedback to you. I think. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. But hope you guys enjoyed the first episode of Eggcast, and yeah. Stay what's a good catchphrase for this outro? How about stay